how to find the content that your audience will love. And we're going to hop right in with, first, you have to understand what your audience wants. I mean, you have to understand who your audience is, and we'll cover that. But what does your audience want when they open up a video online? So there's really only three things. They want to be entertained, they want to be inspired, or they want to be educated. And the way I think about this is to think about a dinner party. Who are the people that you want at your dinner party? The first person you want is the entertainer. So this is someone who's going to keep it jovial or keep people like hanging on the edge of their seat with their stories, but that's going to keep people entertained. And maybe it's funny, maybe it's drama, but entertainment is one person, the entertainer is one person you want to have at your dinner party. The next one is the inspirer. I think of this as the person who just got back from a trip overseas and they've been traveling and working. They're kind of location-independent entrepreneur, and you're like, wow, I wish I had that. That's so cool. I wonder how I can do that. And it creates that inspiration inside of you to say, like, I want to do something bigger. So inspirational, second person that you want at your dinner party. Last person is your educator. So say it's around Halloween and you've got someone there who's a historian who could really tell the whole story of the history of Halloween. That's something that people, it's current, it's something that people are interested in at that point in time, and that person is able to communicate that to their audience. Now, the one person who is not at my dinner party here, the one person I failed to invite, is the informer. The informer is typically like your Uncle Joe, who's just, tells about what's going on in his life, maybe talks about the medical conditions or, the prescription eyeglasses that he had to upgrade to or something like that. But for the most part, just giving information about who you are, what your business is, things like that. Not going to be exciting at a dinner party, not going to be exciting for online video. So I'm going to move ahead, and right now I want to tell you about how do you find what your audience wants. So when you're shooting online video, one of the first things you need to do is provide that great content for your audience, but how do you know what that great content is? So there's a couple of areas that I'm going to present to you today that you can go and find out what your audience wants. So Facebook and Facebook groups is great. I mentioned that my niche is professional coaches, so I'm a member of the Business of Coaching Facebook group. And here's someone named Beth who asks, what do I do when a client is not very action-oriented? So this is perfect. This is definitely part of my audience, and they have a question. I can answer that question with video. And I can answer that question using her words too, in terms of like not being very action-oriented. It's best with online video to really use the words that your clients are using. So Facebook groups, great place to find content. The next one is frequently asked questions. Not only the frequently asked questions from your website or just the frequently asked questions that aren't yet on your website, but things that people ask you all the time. Those are great content for video, but also going to other people's websites. And right here, this is the International Federation of Coaches. So these are some common questions that are coming up with coaches. So I could answer these questions with online video. The last one I want to mention is the comment section on YouTube. Once you start creating videos, people are going to start asking you questions. They're going to start to see what expertise you have, and they're going to ask questions where they think that you can answer that question. But if you haven't started yet, you can go over to other people in your niche. So this is James Wedmore, and he is great at teaching people how to do online video. And someone asked him, how'd you do the animation in your video? And James replies back, I didn't. My editor did. I don't know how to do that stuff. But I know how to do that stuff. And so I know that there are people out there that want to do that James Wedmore style animation, and I can teach them. So dig through the internet and find the content that the people that your audience wants to see. The next thing I want to go over is the purpose of your video.
To watch the rest of this epic webinar, visit ProCoachTV.com and claim your free membership. Do it now, you'll be glad you did. Are you still here? What are you waiting for? Go to ProCoachTV.com right now and claim your free membership.